My dear friends, if you ever touched the ultimate point of relaxation and happened to be ecstatic, and a song erupted and an understanding overflowed, then that will be like the narration in the pages of the book well known as Shiva Gita, because Shiva means in whom all beings rest. Shiva Gita is unique. All other Gitas are addressed to the high seekers of truth, whereas this one is addressed to a stormy, tormenting, beloved, separated, hysteric spouse, and he attains peace. He attains right composure of mind. He is filled with immense enthusiasm. He is quite clear about his ambition, and he is a success, materially and spiritually both. Om Namah Shivaya Shantai Karanatrayetave Nivedayami Chautmanam Tvam Gatim Parameshwaram Tvam Gatim Parameshwaram Tvam Gatim Parameshwaram. My blissful gorgeous selves, the shrines and wisdom and temples of Lord Mahadeva have been in the world passing millions of years, far longer than we can conceive of, my dear friends. Perhaps the Cyclops in Greek lore is one of the many symbols of Lord Shiva. The third eye is so similar. In the pre-Christian West, as with the rest of the world, Lord Shiva was the god of warriors. When they marched for war, they shouted Shiva Shiva Hare, which during Christian empires was pronounced as Hip Hip Hooray. This is still repeated today. Shiva Shiva Hare, Hip Hip Hooray. This is just a substitute or pervert form of the ancient slogan. One of Lord Shiva's name is Shankara, the bestower of emancipation. In pre-Christian civilization, it was written incorrectly as Concord, C-O-N-C-O-R, but still pronounced as Shankar. Since early Christian times, any agreement between the Pope and secular government has been known as a concordium, which seems to be a misspelling of the word Shankar Datta, meaning a gift from Lord Shiva Mahadev, expected never to be perished. In Sistine Chapel of Rome, the Sistine Chapel of Rome seems to be a mispronunciation of the word Shivasthanam. Shivasthan, Shiva temple. If so, the ancient popes were worshippers of Lord Shiva. That would explain why there has been Shiva lingas in the Vatican for that past 1500 years, only recently placed in storage in the Vatican Museum. The Etruscan Museum displays more than half a dozen representations of Lord Shiva, my dear friends, many more of which have been buried on the Vatican grounds. Would you like to go and explore them? The national goddess of pre-Christian France was Notre Dame, N-O-T-R-E and D-A-M-E. Perhaps Durga Devi and Anna Parina is none other than Mother Annapurna of the Himalayas. Vedic goddess Mariamma still exists today in Christian garb. Ganesha of Vedic civilization was known in pre-Christian Europe as Janus, Janus, the bestower of wisdom and tranquility. Hence, the first month of the year, even after the full flourishing of Christianity, begins with January, with the remembrance of Lord Ganesh. It is considered auspicious to remember Ganesh at the outset of any new venture. And even today, all over Europe and America, the calendar starts with January, remembering Ganesh. But people are very uninformed. People live in fool's paradise. That is why George Bernard Shaw said 50% of the world people are foolish. And they shouted, take your word back, or we will kick you out. And he says, okay, 50% of the people of the world are intelligent. And they were clapping, they were praising. Both are the same thing. This is how people are, uninformed. The Shiva Linga represents the formless hollow of the cosmos, with many sacred symbols of life-transforming meaning, my dear. It is said that there is a 1200-foot high Shiva Linga in Babylon city, Turkey. Hadropolis has a 300-foot high Shiva Linga. Mecca has Makkeshwar Shiva Linga. Makkeshwar Mahadev is very famous. In the sacred Jam well, there is a very auspicious Shiva Linga worshipped by palmyra leaves. Brazil has innumerable Shiva Lingas, including the massive one in Rio de Janeiro. Corinth has a temple of Mother Parvati. In Glasgow there is a golden Shiva Linga. In Memphis and Osiris, Egypt, there are many statues of Shiva worshipped with bilwa leaves and milk. In Indochina, whose ancient name is Champa, 92 stone inscriptions about Shiva have been discovered by the government after extensive excavations. In 1088, King Jayendra Varma spent 75 pounds of gold to decorate his personal Shiva temple. He spent 3,500 pounds of gold to make gold plasters all over the temple walls. Inscription of 835 AD says that Lord Shiva gave the temple linga to sage Bhrigu. In course of time he gave it to King Uroj, the emperor of Champa Empire. He named the linga Shanabhadreshwar Mahadev. This is situated at present in Mount Uvan, in the village of Yanamum and Dranaloy. Lord Shiva is so beautiful and glorious with Nandi and Parvati. Only you have to see it to enjoy. In the town of Po, P-O-E, Po, there are many Shiva Lingas, my dear friends. Cambodia, Java and Sumatra were travelled over by sage Agastya, who preached Shiva Gita extensively. They have many 10 feet tall Shiva Linga statues. A most interesting case recently arisen in the Indian courts, that is, that modern historians have found more than ample proof that the Taj Mahal was converted into a mausoleum by King Shah Jahan and was originally a Shiva temple known as Tejo Mahalaya. For details, please read P. N. Oak's book World Vedic Heritage, published from Pune, India. And who knows, perhaps the Alhambra in Cordoba, Spain, the Kaaba at Al-Aqsa, the Dome of Rock in the Vatican, and at Canterbury, we may unknowingly be worshipping Lord Shiva Mahadev. Shiva Mahadev. But even if this is so, Shiva's wisdom is still missing, my dear friends. Therefore, I am presenting this modern presentation of Shiva Gita. I hope you will like it. You will love it if you are sensitive, really. I mean it. Okay, let me tell you the mystery of Shiva temple now. As soon as you enter the area of a Shiva temple, you can see a bull named Nandi. Nandi is the vehicle of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva symbolizes pure self-consciousness, Atma, and Nandi, our human body. As Nandi is gazing constantly towards Lord Shiva and nowhere else, so should our senses and limbs be focused towards discovering our true self available in deep meditation. Next, we see a tortoise. This symbolizes our subtle body. It guides our mind to be properly armored and make movement towards Shiva and not towards Nandi. Mind should only entertain persons, places and things which are related to Atma and not to the body-mind ego. There are two gatekeepers, Ganesh and Hanumanji. The ideals of Ganesh remind us of the life-evolving use of intellect and wealth. He holds in his hands a gourd, indicating control over the lower pulls of nature and unnecessary attractions of the world, the glamorous objects, fascinations, and the lotus in his hands indicates purity and uninvolvement. The book in his hands indicates the high rising flow of mind, and the sweet ball stands for sweetest behavior with all beings. Ganesha's vehicle is the mouse, which stands for the ability to make the best use of the utterly insignificant. Hanumanji stands for service, self-control and intensity in action, mixed at the same time with pure humility, my dear friends. You have to pass these two tests of Ganesh and Hanumanji to enter the vicinity of Lord Shiva. You have to be in love with the Himalayan silence and cemeterial aloneness. That is it. Cemeterial aloneness, my dear friends. Shiva wears ornaments of serpents. The serpent is time. You should adorn your daily activities with experiences of timelessness, my dear friends, okay? Lord Shiva's holy ash stands for your adoption of the imperishable in the midst of ever-decaying world. His water pot is the symbol of ever-contented, non-possessive habits. His damaru, the tabor, symbolizes the perception of Anandana, Anahadnad, the sound of bliss, the cosmic sound, the three-pointed bilva leaves, three eyes, Tripundra, and three-pointed trident remind us to balance and establish equilibrium in the three attributes of nature, the mode of sleepiness, tamoguna, inertia, mode of workaholism, rajoguna, and the mode of prayerfulness, Sattva-guna, meditativeness, Sattva-guna. His brilliant third eye represents direct discretion. This third eye is capable of burning away the entire range of selfishness based on infatuation and illusion, and dreaming all kinds of nightmares. It just puts an end to those. Now in next discourse we are going to present you a knowledge in your service, that is ash therapy. Okay, you have seen music therapy, yoga therapy, and past life regression therapy. Now listen about ash therapy. Om 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 Om.